Let's take a look at our royal purple starting grid for our GRC supercar final here from Atlanta tonight. What an unbelievable front row, Jan.
So competitive. Ken Block on the inside, Toppy Heikkinen in the middle, and Tanner Faust on the outside. That was Toppy's choice to start in the middle.
And the most amazing thing there, Ken Block has never won a Rallycross race, and Tanner Faust hasn't won one this year.
And the second row, we had Brian Deegan, Arpin, and Speed. And in the third row, Mira, Timur Timurjanov, and Isaacson.
So this is going to be an interesting start. There are now 9 cars on this grid, and we've seen they go into that tight dirt section. Who is going to get the whole shot? Let's take a look. Oh, bad start for Ken Block.
The whole shot, there's Toppy and Tanner Faust fighting through that first corner, and as usual, all sorts of mess as people get tied up in the water barriers there, and Toppy comes out clean. He does it every time.
Both Toppy and Tanner Faust now going into the joke of the shortcut. This is bad news for everybody else with the Finn out in front. So there is Faust and Deegan in second and third. They're going to need to charge to catch this kid.
Boy, they're going to try. They don't want to make it easy for him. But when he gets out front, he has proven incredibly hard to reel in.
The spin there for Dave Mira by Scott Speed. Speed got into the back of Mira and just kept driving him around the corner. Now Sverre Isaacson in the blue and yellow Subaru is trying to get past Speed.
Battling through here. There's Isaacson outbraking Speed into that corner a little bit, making a good clean pass.
So Sverre Isaacson passes Scott Speed there, but Speed is going to keep dogging him. Meanwhile, Thomas Heikkinen still out in the lead. There you see Isaacson and Speed over the jump. And that was just carnage at the start there, and the most unfortunate start in the final. Again, just a disaster at the start for Ken Block.
It's been very hard as we see Toppy Heikkinen out front here and Tanner Faust in the number 2 position. Those are huge gaps developing. It's going to be very, very tough to reel him in.
Well, there we see the jump from Heikkinen. There is Faust, and Faust knows how to race and he knows how to win one of these, so he will keep chasing down Heikkinen.
And it looks like he's made up a little bit of ground there, but it's so hard to tell in the dirt. And there's Sverre Isaacson. He's currently sitting in 5th position, trying to hold off Scott Speed, who I'm hearing is getting a black flag penalty there for a little bit of contact earlier, and we'll have to make a stop and go.
It wasn't just a little bit of contact. He literally drove Dave Mira right off the side of the course there. He never let up and gave Dave a chance to get out of that. So I think definitely a black flag that Scott Speed deserves, and that was sad for Dave Mira, who put in such a great charge in the LCQ.
We're used to seeing so much contact here. Perhaps I downplayed it a little bit, but he's going to have to report to the penalty box. Meanwhile, we have a good clean battle up front here. Toppy Heikkinen being chased down by Tanner Faust.
This is a close battle. Faust is really making up some time and some speed on Heikkinen. I don't know how, because normally when Toppy is out front, he is unbeatable. But Tanner Faust is chasing him down as hard as he possibly can.
Very, very tough to chase him down, especially from that chase position. It's hard. You can see here we're looking at all sorts of dirt coming off of Toppy Heikkinen's rear wheels, and when Tanner gets close enough, he'll just have a windshield full of dirt. It's very hard to get around that, but he's going to try.
Thing here, from what I'm looking at, I thought that Tanner Faust had already taken that Joker lap. It's not showing on our scoring monitors, but correct me if I'm wrong, Faust actually followed Heikkinen through there.
I believe he did, but we'll have to check and see that. Don't think it's going to be easy either way. Toppy Heikkinen's got a pretty substantial lead, but in his ear, his spotter, Toppy's spotter, is in the grandstand saying, "You've got a good lead, just hold it." And
problem for Brian Deegan here off the side of the course. He was in 3rd place, and he is now retired. It doesn't look like he can get that thing refired. Oh, he's off again. What are you thinking here, Jan?
He's trying to restart the car, and he's trying to get it fired, and it just keeps stalling, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But there's Tanner Faust trying to reel him in. That makes that corner just a little bit smaller.
And the interesting thing is the big berms on the side of the course here have kind of been blown out with all this racing, so Faust is getting a chance just to run straight off the dirt onto the tarmac. Look at that. He can see Thomas Heikkinen. He knows he's that close. He is hungry. He wants to catch Heikkinen because if Heikkinen gets to run away with this, there's potential he could just run away with the entire championship this year.
Yeah, and if Tanner can keep the pressure on, hopefully it's possible that something can happen in the front. That pressure is really hard to race if you know that there's somebody right behind you. If Toppy can't keep his head, he might make a mistake, as we saw Tanner do in the last quarter.
This is not just a race. This is a championship points battle. Every point counts right now, and Tanner Faust knows that, but Toppy Heikkinen is starting to pull away, and this should be moving into, if not the very final lap, one of the last laps. I think there's 2 laps to go right now, so Tanner Faust is going to have to find some incredible speed to catch up to the Flying Finn.
Or the Flying Finn is going to have to make a mistake, but as we've seen him take 4 wins in a row, he just doesn't make mistakes that often. He's been very clean this year. It's tough. Look at all the water on the windshield there as he's looking into the sun. Kind of tough to drive through that.
You also saw he went straight over a tough block, and Tanner Faust having a little bit of trouble out of the corner there, but no problems yet for Thomas Heikkinen. The white flag is flying. Is that smoke coming out of the back of Tanner Faust's car, or was that just brakes? I mean, he has dropped a significant distance from Thomas Heikkinen in 1 lap.
Looks like
it's a flat tire. Oh, disaster for Tanner Faust. He was looking so fast, and now he has lost the front left. So Thomas Heikkinen is coming around the corner. He is going to go through the chicane, and this will be 5 for 5, number 5, the checkered flag for Thomas Heikkinen.
There's Tanner Faust holding it together as he comes to the cross checker.
And is this going to be another podium for Subaru? Yes, Sverre Isaksson takes the bronze at Atlanta. But today, and as it's been for the last 5 races, it's all about this guy, the Finn, Toppy Heikkinen. What a fantastic race. He got out in front right from the start, and nobody stood a chance to catch him.
This guy is just unstoppable. Amazing luck and incredible skill combined. And Tanner said after the last race that it looked like he must have been feeding his pet leprechaun, and I think we're going to see a little bit of that here on the start.
Story here, Ken Block. He starts and then stalls. Obviously a problem with the launch control, but look at Heikkinen go.
Just holding his line. He had a little bit of extra space because Ken wasn't there with his nose in and just got out front. So hard to chase him down when he gets out front, as we see on board here with Tanner Faust.
Yeah, Tanner was trying to squeeze through. He thought he might have it, and again, Heikkinen is pushed up on the 2 wheels, but it doesn't even phase him.
And we see Scott Speed here, a little bit of contact with Dave Mira, and he was penalized for that contact. He had a stop-and-go penalty and a black flag.
And here you see Heikkinen working his way through the dirt. And look at this, coming over all these tough blocks, just bashed out of the way, just carnage on this race course. But it doesn't phase him a little bit, and I love this. Look at the tire off the rim.
So tough to drive, especially it's one of the steering wheels. It's really hard to get around a corner. Tanner did a great job to hold it together and not lose a position. And
Tanner Faust managed to hang on to 2nd place, but it's all about Thomas Toppy Heikkinen. Takes the checkered flag. 5 wins in a row at Global Rallycross. Is this guy just completely unstoppable?